Hey there everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to more Pokemon TCGO. Today we're going to be playing a Greninja GX deck. I'm very excited for this because I finally got all of them and I'm ready to play it. So Greninja GX was one of my most anticipated cards, seriously, because I just had a lot of ideas for it. I'm sure a lot of people did too, and they probably tested them, and Greninja probably just didn't seem to do the job like Crobat did. First thing that came to mind was like Greninja Buzzwole, because Lando Bats was a thing. Lando Bats also had a lot of free retreat. Greninja doesn't really necessarily have that, but Greninja is very, very awesome. It is a stage 2 with 230 HP, a fantastic ability, especially down its evolutionary line, and it's super awesome. So, Shuriken Flurry, will, when you evolve Greninja from your hand to evolve one of your Frogadier, you can put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Frogadier's ability is putting 2 damage counters, so it literally is the Golbat Crobat line. The only downside is, of course, here we have a Froakie with no free retreat. Yes, there is a Froakie that if you have water energy attached to it, you'll have free retreat, but it also has 50 HP, which is not very good right now because of Buzzwole stuff. However, Zubat had free retreat with its ability, so yeah. So there's definitely a lot of stuff going on there, but Haze Slash, 110 damage. You may shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into your deck, which means we get to re-evolve Frogadier, we get to re-evolve Greninja, we get to have something that has a lot of damage on it, shuffle it back into the deck, it's no longer in play, we get to reuse the double colorless energies, things like that. Fantastic. Next up we have Shadowy Hunter GX. Attack does 130 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So, we hit something, they retreat, they hit us, we snipe them, it's GG. Really like Greninja a whole lot. So of course this isn't as good as something like the Water Duplicates Frogadier, but just being able to apply extra damage is fantastic. And of course we do have a split 3-1 line of Froakie. This one because Bubble is a fantastic attack, and this one because it has 70 HP, which is better than 60. So we're playing 3 of these 70 HP ones. Next up, we have a 2-2 line of Glaceon. If we can lead off with Eevee, I'm okay with it. It's not a Glaceon deck, so we're not dedicating everything to Glaceon, but Glaceon and Greninja have a lot of synergy together. While this is up in the active, shutting off our opponent's EX and GX abilities, we're sitting there using ours, and that's fantastic. But on top of that, we have Frost Bullet. Does 90 damage to the active and snipes 30 to the bench. So while we're attacking heavily on the active, we can decide whether or not we want to use our snipe ability damage from Greninja and Frogadier to help us get a knockout on the active, or if we want to help target down a bench Pokemon where Frost Bullet might be able to pick up a KO on it. But also, Polar Spirit GX, probably a better GX attack in general, so if we can go ahead and put 5 damage counters with abilities on something, just go ahead and use it. We can have a guaranteed knockout on something, and that's just really fantastic overall. So I have a lot of love for both these cards, and I think they go very well together. Next up, we have 1 copy of Tapu Koko because free retreat is fantastic, but also Flying Flip. We get to put 20 damage everywhere, and I think that really helps us out in sniping and just picking up KOs, and I really like it a lot. Playing 2 copies of Lele because that's a given, plus of course it's a backup attacker with double colorless energy, so of course we have to play it. And lastly, we have a 1-1 line of Octillery because Abyssal Hand is something that is very, 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 very strong, and we need some kind of draw support. So I think all of this works very well together. I'm not sure where the state of the deck will be after rotation. I feel like a lot of the Pokemon, excluding the Octillery line, will probably still be there. But we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens with the rest, because there's definitely some weird stuff going on. So next up, we have 4 copies of Aqua Patch because attaching energy from the discard pile and getting all the energy we need in one turn is fantastic. We have 2 copies of Field Blower because we want to shut off Trashalance abilities, not Trashalance, Carbotoxin's abilities. But also maybe we want to remove a stadium because you know, there's a lot of annoying ones right now. So yeah. Copy of Palpad, because I think just being able to reuse a lot of these strong supporters like Guzma and Acerola is a really good thing to do. We have a copy of Rescue Stretcher because maybe we discard a Greninja and we want to evolve. We have 4 copies of Ultra Ball because that is basically the best we got. I wish we had better. I wish we had Dive Ball. Trust me, I'd be playing nothing but Dive Ball and probably dropping Lele's, but Lele is very important. We have Brooklet Hill, 2 copies, because they're going to help us search out the majority of our Pokemon, Froakies and Remoraid at the very least, but that's fine. Single copy of Acerola just because it's a great supporter and it is going to maybe allow us to get something stuck in the active spot out, or maybe remove a dying Glaceon from play. And then we get to reuse all that energy and stuff. Next up we have Cynthia. Fantastic draw support. 2 copies of Guzma because we're going to be doing a lot of sniping and leaving Glaceon in the active, so we don't really have to worry about too much Guzmas, but if we ever do need more, we do have the copy of Palpad. 3 copies of N, just because I don't really want to give my opponent more hands, new hands if possible, but I do want the N's because we need more supporter. But yes, we do have artillery, so I think that's fine. And a single copy of Sycamore because, well, we're playing Aqua Patch, so we want to discard water energy if possible, but also having 1 copy is pretty good. 2 copies of Choice Band because we're going to be picking them up, putting them back into our deck, so yeah, I think we'll be reusing these quite a bit if possible. We have a couple copies of Floatstone because artillery is very annoying, but sometimes we're going to want to get Glaceon out of play. And then 4 double colorless, 7 water energy, and I think that we're good to go and get some battles here. I'm very excited for this one as well because I really like Greninja, and I think there's a lot of potential behind it. I think that we have to basically just playtest it a whole lot and see its best partner, but the best partner is without a doubt either Zoroark or Glaceon because they both synergize with it very well. But for now we're trying out with Glaceon. So our opponent won the coin toss and decides to go first here. Can't blame them. That's also what I would have done. So I'm actually pretty okay here with our hand. Also, I should mention I'm not playing any Bridget because we have a lot of basics in the deck. I figure we're going to draw into them pretty often. But on top of that, also, I'm just thinking that, hey, we have Brooklet Hill. So not a very strong turn from our opponent, which, if that's the case, I'm going to hold on here. If I can literally just draw a water energy, double snipe this Mew and hit it, it's knocked out. If our opponent really just did that on their turn and nothing else, you know, what do they have? They have Hala, which is only going to draw them 4, I believe, because they haven't used the GX attack. So if they don't bench a Pokemon, yeah, alright. So, easy win for us. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy. No, alright, we'll get a couple more games. We've had a lot of strange battles. The last video I did was Noivern. The first 2 games our opponents conceded, and then, of course, we had a very long, annoying game at the end, but yeah, this is going great. I'm okay with this. Alright, so we get to actually pick here, and we're going first. Alright, nice. Super solid, because we want to go first, because we have abilities, and we got to use them as soon as possible. So, lead off Eevee, because if we draw a water energy, we get Glaceon, and first turn shut off their Lele's, and I really, really like that. So, let's try and do that, if possible. Let's just draw a water energy off the top deck, please, so I don't have to worry about drawing into both Glaceon, because I know the game's going to let me do that. It's going to be like, oh, by the way, you got 2 water energy, but here's both your Glaceon. We'll throw this on the active just because I'm trying to thin out the deck a little bit, and plus maybe we're going to want to remove it from the active spot soon. So another Froakie, that's pretty awesome. Throw the water energy down on the Eevee, evolve into Glaceon, and bam, they're both prized. Alright, no, they're both there. We prized Remoraid, so no Octillery right now. Prized a Froakie, which is okay. We also prized a Frogadier, apparently. We have all our Greninja, both our Lele's. We have all our Aqua Patch. We have all our energy, but yeah, we have all our energy. We're missing a Cynthia and an Ultra Ball. So, alright. We're looking pretty okay as of right now. So no Lele for them. Let's say Guzma first. Could happen. But yeah, we probably don't have to worry about full bench first turn, and maybe some other stuff. So they're going to grab Mewtwo GX, which is okay with me. They're going to discard the Giratina Prism, which of course has to go to the Lost Zone. Max Elixir, probably going to hit it because it's turn 1. So this also puts them down. Oh, they left. Okay. Puts them down to where they can instruct and maybe get something. Alright, they're going to get Cynthia off of that. Or they had Cynthia. I don't know. Alright, so I'm just trying to read what this is really quick. 200 damage straight up is not affected by resistance or something. Shining Mew. Alright. A lot of energy acceleration going on here. We're actually going to see Shining Mew accelerate energy. Alright, interesting. Of course, Shining Mew is a snipe target for sure. Literally like 30 damage. Alright, give me a free prize card. But yeah, probably leave it in play for what? I understand that, yes, the first attack, but jeez Louise, they are going in on that real hard. Alright, so I don't want to attack the active, but I want to Lele for something that isn't. Alright, let's just grab Cynthia. I want to Lele for something that isn't Guzma, because I need a supporter. I need a new hand. I also prized our Sycamore, so we know pretty much everything that's in our prize cards now, but still very annoying. I tried. I really needed like double Frogadier there just to get this out of the active spot. I'm a little worried about this Mewtwo. It's gonna really hurt. It's already doing 120 with what it has. It might obviously needs a Psychic Energy to attack still, but regardless, I think I'm going to actually go ahead and Palpad both my Cynthia back into the deck, because I would like to draw into them. But yeah, we have to Frost Bullet, and I am choosing to pin down this Mewtwo as opposed to the Inkay, because Mewtwo is 3-hit KO, and now it is a 2-hit KO. So hopefully we get something good off our prizes. Thankfully enough we do. Cynthia is definitely what we need right now. Kind of sucks that we wasted Palpad. I mean, we didn't waste Palpad. We got more supporters in our deck, which is fantastic. But much would have rather had something else. But yeah, I understand what this deck is. It's going all in with Mewtwo, and that's actually really cool. It's super cool. It's really insane. I like the idea a lot, but I just don't know if that typing is really good right now. A lot of people are playing Mewtwo, like the evolution one, to counteract things like this, but whatever. So they're gonna pull up Lele and I guess go for a knockout. Well, no, they only did 150 right now, so not a knockout, but still some hefty damage. So let's go ahead and attach a Water Energy to Froakie. I'm going to... I should have attached the Water Energy, retreated. I could have Aqua Patched. I was thinking Float Stone, and then I'd Acerola later. But I'm stupid, so yeah. So we do get a Frogadier, which is fantastic. So we do want to maybe start pinning down something. So 50, then 90, brings it to 140, which, some more math, but I think maybe getting a couple prizes out of the way might be useful. I hate to Ultra Ball to Guzma. Alright, we can get rid of the Aqua Patch. I don't know why I'm worried about Guzma. And we'll just grab another Frogadier, take a prize this turn, then I can start pinging down the Inkay instead of the Mew. But yeah, I think taking another prize this turn is definitely beneficial because maybe we can draw into something useful. I think Ultra Ball might actually just be that for Lele purposes. But yeah, let's go ahead and retreat, go back out into Glaceon, and just... I could have pinged down Mewtwo and then Polar Speared for a knockout. These are the things I need. When I say that I need to start thinking about my plays more and more, these are the things that I need to be thinking about. Yeah, and I had already described this in the opening. Like, hey, we can ping down something, snipe it, and then, bam! All of a sudden, doing a whole lot of damage. Maybe get a knockout with Polar Spear. And guess who just doesn't do it? This guy. Alright, so now we're still staring down a scary, very scary Mewtwo. But, not going to one-shot us, most likely. I think with, they'd have to have double colorless, like Choice Band to one-shot us. So... I see a couple of things coming into play. Psychic Energy to the Mewtwo. They're going to hit the Max Elixir onto the Mewtwo. Psychic's not exactly an attack I'm too worried about, but it's still kind of a nuisance. Even if he does retreat the Mewtwo here, I think we just snipe down Mewtwo for all it's worth this turn. I feel like it's very unlikely that we don't at least hit 2 Greninja, evolve, and do stuff. At the very least, I can attach double colorless and snipe down this Mewtwo. That's also an option. So, regardless, not really too afraid of the Mewtwo GX. So, a lot of damage, but that's to be expected. Definitely Ultra Ball to Guzma and the Water Energy for sure. Because we're going to grab Lele, because we need it. He left in the active, so that's also something I was not even expecting, honestly. So the fact that they left it in the active spot just means that, like, hey, Malomar's dying this turn, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and, well, we can't grab Sycamore. Sycamore would obviously be the ideal choice here, but let's go ahead and grab the Cynthia. Maybe we can hopefully draw into Acerola, because I would like to Acerola that Lele at any point. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and start getting this ready. I am going to remove that and this from play. Just don't want it there. And let's get a double knockout. So we're going to go down to 1 prize here, so N would be pretty devastating. Oh, sorry, I gotta, I guess, do two prize interactions at different times. But we did get Sycamore. We have 2 N's in our hand. We have supporters left in our deck. We don't have Guzma left, and we're not going to have Guzma left, but we have Cynthia's left as well, so that's awesome. We're going to see a Rescue Stretcher. Just shuffle 3 Pokemon back in. I was going to say, I don't know what they would just singularly target down for that. We're going to see a Cynthia, because they couldn't obviously instruct because it was the 3rd card in hand. So just little things like this are actually benefiting me a lot. We're going to see a Psychic for a knockout here, but I think like we're all good just because of our GX attack, and that's fine. So, all right. I want to do as much as possible, I guess. So let's make sure this doesn't say like GX. This attack does 130 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Yeah, we're good. Let's just let's mess around, and you know, why not, right? Nice, got another N. That's what I like to see. All right, we'll just knock out an Inkay. I don't really care what we knock out, but I want it to be like, hey, bam, you're dead. So that worked out pretty well. That was a cool concept for a deck. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really liked that one. That was really, really cool. But very easy win for us because these guys just have such low HP. They're getting targeted down by snipe damage repeatedly, and you know, that's just what happens. So go ahead and get one more game for you guys here, because you know, the first one was a scoop. Second one was just kind of a random game that I was not expecting to have. Seriously, they've been putting me against like non-stop Necrozmas and Buzzwalls and all these things for a week, so I don't know. Not to say that that deck couldn't have been competitive, but I think an easy Tectin Mewtwo from Evolutions just kind of destroys that deck. So, alright, we're going to see a whole lot of random stuff here. I honestly don't know what my opponent's playing. Pyroar, Blastoise, a lot of random types in their deck. I don't know what's going on here, but let's go ahead and put Coco in the active and Froakie on the bench. I mean, I guess if we had played... this is not too good. If we did have played Bridge in the deck, this would be the time to bridge it, but whatever. We'll just Cynthia and be okay with it. So we prized the Guzma. We prized a Glaceon, perhaps? Yes, we did. A Frogadier. And it looks like 2 Water Energy and a Choice Band. Alrighty. Interesting. But yeah, we got a Cynthia here. We got to try and fill up the bench. We also need to try and get some energy in play. I'm not sure if I'm going to be worrying about getting energy onto Tapu Koko, but see, I would really love to get another Froakie in play. Alright. I'll do it. I need the Froakies. I'm actually going to grab this one just because I want to have that one in play sooner to evolve for purposes. And I guess I want to do like... That was really stupid. I don't know why I played that. I don't know what goes in my head. I really don't. I truly do not know what goes on in my head. We're going to grab Lele for next turn and just leave it at that. But I should have just ended. I should have... I don't know. I was thinking, alright, we'll get Remoraid and then we'll get Octillery next turn. How are we going to get Octillery next turn? We just use Ultra Ball. I don't know. If I wanted to do that, I needed to Brooklet for Remoraid and then Ultra Ball for Octillery, but it's fine. So we're going to see a Fairy Energy, a Retreat into a Alolan Vulpix, which is going to grab Pokemon, which we will see a Guardy deck. Okay. Can honestly say I did not picture that being what we were playing against, but Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the Remoraid. Go ahead and, guess, target down Lele. Now I can't lay. What am I thinking about when I'm making these plays? I'm sorry. I keep doing it. I just need to slow down. Just need to slow down. Trust me. I don't do these stupid things in real life. I think I pay a lot more attention in real life. I don't know if it's because it's on my computer and in other things, but I just can't. I'm just very I'm something right now. So we're gonna see a Sylveon come into play. Gonna Magical Ribbon, probably grab like Rare Candy, Guardy, Energy, Rare Candy. I don't even know what else. Maybe another Waltz. Get that all powered up into play. Yeah, I did some really stupid stuff this turn. I just, of course, now didn't draw very well. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. Okay, this I wouldn't call this drawing well, but it's not drawing poorly, I suppose. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I probably want to do that. We'll tree into Coco because I don't know what's necessarily going to happen right away. But we're going to get rid of this and grab Octillery. Alright, so stupid plays. Maybe not so bad because I can recover from them thanks to Abyssal Hand. But yeah, really just terrible plays on my part. I do apologize. I really can't explain too much of what's going on here. I think maybe I'm just losing my mind. So, following turn, probably grab Greninja, attach double colorless, go in and attack. Because I kind of need to do some stuff, but yeah. So, Rare Candy Guardy for sure, because can't Rare Candy anything else. I have to worry about Guardy now. Guardy insanely strong, super annoying. We're going to see an energy retrieval come down, and for one, I mean, I don't know. They can Secret Spring. I guess they're going to go all in with Fairy Wind or something here, which, be my guest, it's not energy on to Guardy, so that's you know, what makes me okay with this. So we can still Abyssal Hand. We're going to get a double colorless. We'll Brooklet just to see what's left in our deck. And there's some stuff. Definitely want to attach that there. I guess we'll get rid of Acerola. Don't really want to lose the double colorless if I don't need to. Having Glaceon in play is also really important because then we can shut off our opponent's abilities while also just trying to knock them down a little bit with snipes. But definitely target Guardy because it's honestly very scary. We'll Bizzle, and we're not going to shuffle back into the deck just yet, but we will be using Haze Slash here to get some damage off on Sylveon. So if they want to leave that in the active and they don't want to Acerola, that's fine by me. But yeah, I'm not expecting to be knocked out this turn by Guardy. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm not expecting to be knocked out this turn by Guardy. If there was a few Guardies in play, definitely be worried about that. Only one Guardy in play, it's fine. So, alright, they're going to Fairy Wind, so that's fine. Alright, now let's go ahead and, again, start targeting down Guardy because the more damage we have on it, the better. Go ahead and probably grab Glaceon here because we set up for some stuff. but also after we haste slash here, we pretty much lock them out of being able to do anything, which is awesome. I don't really want to play the Flowstone just yet because we could see some weird Guzma play in the next turn. So I'm just going to leave it as that, and we're going to haste slash and then shuffle it back into the deck. So this was the original idea. You know, just keep doing this, but I can definitely see why it's very difficult to manage to pull off sometimes. But yeah, when the card first got announced, only thing I could think of was like, geez, this card is super busted. Like, just 230 HP, shuffle it back into your deck. Like, that's not going to be a problem at all, especially with other Greninjas. But what I really like about Glaceon here is the fact that we put it into the deck, and then all of a sudden Glaceon is just kind of like, you got no abilities, and it's really awesome. So Guardy has some abilities again, so probably see Secret Spring attach and then retreat and attack for a knockout, so we don't get another Greninja in play. But I mean, they already have a pretty hefty amount of damage, so there is that. Could be very scary though. We definitely want to draw into like a field blower if possible. So we'll go with Octillery for now because I'm definitely very scared. But we'll throw Flowstone down. We're going to. It's got free retreat, so that's also a problem. Alright, so we'll Pal Pad, put in a Sorola and Cynthia back into the deck. I just can't tell if I want a Guzma. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, technically 7. That's 210 damage. That's a knockout on Glaceon. We're not going to knock them out at all. So there is a bit of an issue there. I don't really want to put all of this water energy into the discard pile though. And we do have some Greninja left. We also have some other stuff left too, but regardless, we got to get Froakie. We need it because we need to start sniping this down again and doing damage. Another thing I could potentially do, go in with Lele and attack, which does do 100 damage, but then we get in return knocked out. But at least we still have technically Glaceon, which is probably better for the long haul. So I think I am going to go the Lele route because as it is right now, Guardy can't knock me out to some extent. So let's go ahead and attach this to Froakie for the future. And I guess retreat into Lele to get off some solid damage. So the only thing that is kind of like a bummer here is we can't really snipe the Guardy dead. If we did like a series of play of like Guzma and then hit something else for damage while sniping Guardy dead, but they're using their last little bit of time to power up the Lele, so Lele can do a whole bunch of damage, which is very annoying too. So we're gonna lose our Lele. I mean, we expected that entirely, so not really much I can say about that. But we will go ahead here. I could have knocked out Guardy with Polar Spear. I wasn't even thinking. Again, when do I think though, right? So let's go ahead and attach that to Glaceon and Abyssal. Get a Choice Band, which I'll hold on to. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Or not. No, I want to play it just in case we get an N. I am going to Cynthia just because I want to draw into some more stuff. Maybe potentially useful stuff like Aqua Patches, so that Greninja will be fully ready to go, so we don't have to worry about drawing into energy. And also thinning out my deck, just a few things like that. Go ahead and Frost Bullet, hit Lele. Unless Lele's gonna knock us out, then you know we're really in a good spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 140. Double colorless and choice band would be game. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's all we're going to see apparently. So, and then they scoop. All right, so that was an odd game. I don't know really what to have expected there, but I guess I'm getting challenges and stuff done too. So, all right, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, stick around for more content in the near future. And until then, I will see you all next time.